So hey, what's happening? Doing just a little piddly stuff today on the boat. You can look behind me and see it's actually not very hot today, but it looks like it's getting ready to pour down rain any minute. We got this hurricane that's coming up on the east coast, but it's not supposed to hit us, though it's giving us some conditions. It wasn't supposed to rain yesterday. They're not calling for rain today, but we had severe thunderstorms last night, and I swear it looks like it's getting ready to pour any minute. But I just kind of want to do some little teeny piddly stuff that just needs to be done to the Quest Angler 10, aka Cobra Jet. And yeah, so I thought I'd just take y'all for a ride and let y'all see what I was doing today. So here's the first thing. I noticed the last time, I've known this problem. If you look down there, all my little clips that hold my wire, they came off. You can see these little pads where I had them. And I'm gonna get me some Gorilla Glue there, but because that happened, if you look really close in here, yeah, corrosion has gotten into the power. This is the power cord that comes from the lithium battery, and it was laying back there. I just kind of laid it back there, and I guess water got in it, so I'm gonna have to clean that out too. I'm gonna get me some contact cleaner, spray that out, and take a little wire bristle brush, brass, and just kind of run across there. Just I don't know if that would cause any interference or anything, but you know, they can't be good for it. So yeah, so we're going to glue those, and I'm thinking about, it's such a pain for me to reach back here. This is where my transponder goes, and I originally had it up here. You can see where the screw holes are, but of course I put this oar over here, so I'm actually thinking about, and that was why I moved it back here, I'm actually thinking about moving it back up here and just putting it down lower under this, and it'll just be easier for me to reach. So yeah, of course I'll take some silicone and fill in the holes. Not that it really matters, but you know, they're so small. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan, so just stick around. Yeah, I think that's going to work out a little better for me. Trying to reach behind there and grab that thing and just drop her in. It's not in the way of the paddle. I can still get to the lock very easily. Little push button on the bottom there to take it out. And yeah, just some stainless steel screws and a little electric screwdriver, and you're good to go. I'm gonna have to get some, I thought I had some silicone, I don't have any, but I'm just gonna squirt a little place in there. But yeah, that's two things off my list. It actually feels like it's starting to drizzle. Of course, every time I try to do something, supposed to be cooking out this evening for my other channel, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, stick around for other stuff. So a couple of things I need to do with this Pexmore 55-pound thrust. The last time that we took this out, it kind of took a beating in the river from hitting bottom and just running it up on some sticks and brush and that kind of thing. And I just wanted to make sure that everything turns okay. And I want to check the shear pin on this because the motor actually stopped a couple of times. And then I need to adjust this. It's not perfectly straight, and when I have the motor on the boat, it tends to veer to one side. I can't remember which way it is, more than the other, and it doesn't take much for that rudder to be off, so I'm going to adjust that too. So yeah, let's check this this pin out on this thing. I need to get me another pin just to be on the safe side. I don't think I've got another pin. So I had the motor on the back of my truck, and I went to turn this, and it's actually got a tight spot. It doesn't turn. It doesn't spin. Notch, 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 notch. My Minn Kota spins. I mean, you turn this, there's no resistance at all. I think I have damaged this motor, but I'm not 100% sure. If somebody out there has a Pexmore, they can tell me, because it's in increments. And maybe the motor's made that way, but my Minn Kota spins free. I can just feel like so I don't know. I've got it wired up, and it doesn't, I don't feel any vibration in it or anything, but you can look and see. And I don't know, that could be a casting problem, or it could be a shaft that's bent. I don't know. But I got a feeling it's not good news. So I'm gonna pull this off. I need to get me a screwdriver, get that propeller off so I can see if the shaft is actually bent, or I don't know what's going on, but I don't think it's supposed to be notchy like that. So if we look, I'll see if I can slow it down for you, but that is bent. It's very slight. So I'm gonna have to get a new pin. Let's see how the shaft looks. No, it's not gonna focus, is it? Looks pretty straight to me. Yeah, so I think I'm going to get a new pin for this. Like I said, I'm not feeling any vibration. In the motor itself at all. It feels pretty smooth. Let's kick it up. Yeah, feels pretty good. So maybe I've already adjusted that too. And like I say, it doesn't take much. I haven't put anything on it, but it looks pretty straight to me, so we'll try that and see how it does. But I've got to get a new pin. I don't know if all of them are the same or not, but I guess I'll go to my local hardware store and see if I can match something up. Maybe get a couple of them. Maybe see if I can order them online. I've got a brake caliper. As far as a caliper to measure like rotors, it's a digital one. I'll measure it and maybe order a couple off of Amazon. So that's where we are with that. Stick around. I got my little calipers here. We're going to measure this. See what we got. .6, 26.5, 26.6. I'm going to say 26.6 millimeters in length. And in inches, it's 1.043. 1.043. And if you want to go in fractions, 1 3/64. And the width is 3.98 millimeters, or 0.157 inches, or 5/32. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go in here and see what I can find online. I don't know if a hardware store would have something like this or not. If so, I'm going to run to the hardware store. If not, I'll order from Amazon, and it'll be here in a couple of days. So yeah, stick around and we'll get it back together and see what it does. But you know, I don't know, maybe it was just hanging up. I don't know. If anybody's got a Pexmore out there, let me know if theirs is smooth all the way around or not, though. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, thanks a lot. So hey, I'm sitting here and I couldn't find anything at the hardware store, but Amazon has shear pins, and it looks like the closest thing is going to be like 1 by 1/8 of an inch. But here's the thing, I went on and ordered them anyway. But y'all remember this? Yeah, remember that prop? This is the extra prop that goes with my Pexmore. Yeah, we're at 64%, but when we're running, we're down to 49. Oh shit. Well, now this is not good. This wire has gotten so hot that it has actually melted into my Trolling Motor. Well, into my trolling motor propeller there. When I melted, I'm going to try to fix that this evening. But yeah, while I was pulling this out to fix it, I found this. It came with the Pexmore extra nut washer, tool, and a shear pin. So I'm not going to put that on today, but it's starting to rain now. Of course, that's the way it's been. I was planning on going fishing tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to happen. They're calling for rain now. Yesterday they weren't calling for rain, but I guess this hurricane, they don't know what's happening. So anyway, I'll get that done. I'm gonna try to file this down and maybe put some. Be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna hurt it that much, but I've got a glue gun. I'm gonna fill it in with the glue gun and kind of file it, see what I can do with that. Of course, you can't get in touch with Pexmore because their service sucks so bad. I can't get another prop. So, all right. Well, I appreciate it. I just thought I'd show that to you. I got some new ones coming tomorrow. So, but yeah, I'm going to use that one because that's an original one, and I'll keep the others as spares. I'll put that in my little toolbox for next time. Well, I'm going to attempt to fix this. Luckily, I have this that came with this pin. I ordered some off of Amazon. I don't think they're going to be the right size, but I ordered them like 4 days ago. They were supposed to be here the next day. I don't know what's going on with Amazon, but this is another reason just to hate them. Their shipping has gotten really, really bad. I ordered a decal for my wife. Supposed to have been here the next day, and now they're saying it's going to be like 2 weeks. I'm like, really? It hadn't even shipped yet, and they were like, yeah, it's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be here tomorrow. Well, this is what's going on with these. I'm going to call them shear pins. I don't know exactly what they are. But the other thing I noticed is they say stainless steel. The ones from Amazon. Doesn't say what kind of stainless steel. I found out through some research because the size that I need is actually 5/32, and the ones that I got are 1/8 of an inch, and I think they're going to be too small. But I did find, while doing research for some steel rod, because I can't find 5/32 shear pins anywhere. I can find 1/8 inch all day long, but 5/32 I can't find. So I just did a Google search on 5/32 stainless steel rod and on Amazon, and it came up as a like 304 stainless steel rod. Well, 304 stainless steel is not corrosion resistant. It's not rust proof. So I don't know. I did find a place on eBay where I could find 316 or 316 stainless steel rod in 5/32. It's 316 is corrosion resistant. So I might end up having to make some of these pins myself, which it was like two 12-inch sections for like $30, 38 with shipping. And you know, it's going to be worth it for me to have the right size. I'm going to try these 1/8 ones and see how loose they are. But my friend just bought a Pexmore 46 thrust. So, and I'm going to assume that all the Pexmores are the same size, but I don't know, maybe they change them from, you know, thrust to thrust. But anyway, this is what I'm working on. I'm going to try to fix this, and I'm going to do that with this thing here. This is a file. I've had this forever. It came from Mac Tools, but it's kind of cool. I'm sure they're still available. But it's got like a flat file, and then it's got a round file, and then it's got a square file. And this thing is really, really nice. This is what I use all the time. But the cool part is it comes with this little black piece that goes on the end. This black piece has holes in it. So you just open up your file, then you put the cover back on, like so. And it comes through, then you gotta put it in the right way. It locks it into place, so you got a long handle along with it, which is kind of cool. So I have a Dremel tool, but to be honest with you, it's raining again today. I'm just gonna file this down by hand. This thing cuts through steel pretty good, so I imagine plastic is gonna do all right. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and then I will bring you back and show you how I'm gonna fix this thing. Hopefully it'll work. Stick around. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this thing and just stick it. I'm gonna tell you what, don't ever buy one of these things. I need to buy me a real damn miniature stand tripod. This thing right here, this thing is a total piece of shit right here. Never buy one of these. This thing is the most worthless goddamn thing you could ever buy. And one of these days, my wife's like, you know, I'm poor at the moment. I'm a poor guy because I don't work no more. So I gotta kind of work with what I have a lot of times now. And it's not in the budget to buy me a mini tripod, but I'm just gonna file this thing like this, and I'm just gonna keep doing this until it gets to where I need it. And I'm not gonna show y'all the whole process, but yeah, it'll take me a while to do this, but we'll get it done and we'll be back. So I've got my prop filed down here on both sides, and it's not 100%, and I don't want it 100% because I'm going to fill all this in with a glue gun that's got it's basically plastic is what it is. It's not really glue. It's actually a plastic rod, and it works pretty good for this kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get this thing going. So I got my little, got it from Ace Hardware. It's a mini dual melt glue gun. And these are plastic rods. I don't even know where I got these from. I've had this thing forever. And we're going to use this to fill in this void right here. It's already starting to get hot. See if we can, yeah, here we go. This thing works wonders. We're just going to fill this void in, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to file it down some more. I got the back side. This stuff gets stringy. All right, now. Just kind of squeeze it in there. And then we'll just come back, sand it down. And that should be all right. Yeah, cool. And if we have to add more, we'll just add more to it. In the meantime, I got these. These are my pins, and they are too small. So I'm gonna have to buy. Gonna have to get a steel rod. I'll show you the difference in the size. You can definitely see the size difference. The one on the left is a 1/8 inch. So you can see the size difference. So I'm just gonna have to buy me a piece of 5/32 3/16 steel rod. I hate to pay the price for it, and I'll just have to cut my own and make my own. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in. This is the spare that they gave me with the boat. I mean, not with the boat, with the motor, along with the tool and a new nut and washer. So yeah, kind of disappointed in that, but oh well. Alrighty, here's our prop repair. Is it 100% perfect? No, but it will do in a pinch. Yeah. Being is that I can't get hold of Pexmore because their service sucks so bad. That's one thing I will say. They make a fairly decent product as far as I could tell, but their service is zero. So alrighty, we're gonna put this in our box, and it'll be good for a spare. And alrighty, another thing done on the boat. So hey, I got my rod today, and just want to make sure it fits, which it does. And I got to thinking last night. Yep, it's still notchy. I think I've damaged this motor. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut this down in 1-inch increments, and I'm gonna call my friend this evening and see. He just ordered him a Pexmore, see if he's got his, and talk to him about it. But in the meantime, I'm going to cut these down and bevel the edges, and I'm just going to run this, because I mean, it's not vibrating or anything, but I don't know, I think something funky is going on in there. Alrighty, stick around. So I got my rod here, got me a little ruler and Dremel tool with a cutting blade on it, and got me a barrel, and we're just going to mark this 1-inch increments. My very own shear pins. Are they perfect? Yeah, no, not. Will they work? Yeah. I think I like the cut edge though, and I know the cut edge will go in because the edge on this was flush. It's not beveled. And it went into the motor fine when I was checking it. But when I bevel the ends on them, it puts a rough end on it. So, yeah, I've got 3 of these done. That's what we're going to go with. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of this down, but yeah, there we go. So I did not order the 316 stainless steel rods. I ordered the 304 from Amazon. And the reason I did that was I was going to pay $30 for 2 rods. I got, I think it was 6. I got 5 12-inch rods. Now the other ones were 6-inch. 2 6-inch. I got 5 12-inch of the 304, and I figured I did some more research on it. I take what I read from, Google with a grain of salt. There was a couple of websites that said that the 304 was rust resistant, but not rust proof, whereas the 316 was rust proof. The issue was with the 304 was in salt water applications. I don't do salt water, so, and I figured, if I just check the pins, they are stainless steel. If I check them, at the end of my fishing season or at the beginning of my fishing season, just to see, if anything's rusting up. If it is, I just put a new pin in. It's a whole lot cheaper. I paid like $9 for these from Amazon, and they came today. The other ones were going to be like a week. I didn't want to wait a week either, so that's what I went with. I'll link down in the description which ones I got, in case you're interested. This is the company right there. Can you see? Yeah, there you go. Almost had it. Oh, it's focusing in on my face. Is that what it is? Hopefully you can read it. If not, I'll leave a link. So, I'm gonna check with Earl. Earl's working on a project. He's making a canoe for him and his grandson. He just bought a Pexmore 46, so I'm gonna text him here in a little bit and see if his motor's notchy. I got a feeling I got a bad motor, but it seems to turn fine as far as its speed. How long it'll last, I don't know, but I'm gonna start saving my money. It's probably gonna be more than what I paid for it because of tariffs and all that stuff and everything, but it's made in China. I don't know of any company that sells a trolling motor that's made in America anyway. So, yeah, there we go. I hope this helps somebody out. Like I said, I could not find 5 30-second shear pins anywhere. If you can find 5 30-second shear pins, put it down in the description. Like I say, this will work fine for me, I believe. So hey, what's going on? Talked to my friend Earl. He just got him a Pexmore 42 thrust. A 46 thrust, I think is what it was. And I had him turn his propeller, and he said his does the same thing. When you turn it one way, which is clockwise, but if you turn it counterclockwise, it's smooth. So this motor may be okay. Maybe just the way that Pexmore makes them. I don't know. And But my Minn Kota is not like that. So I just assumed that it was messed up. So I'm gonna take a pin that I made, and I'm gonna put this thing on. We're gonna spin it around and see how it feels. I just cut me 5 pins. I figure that's all I'm gonna need for the time being. I can use the rods for something else, but they do fit in, as you can see. Could have made them a little bit longer, but that's not as long as the other ones were. Washer and the nut. Yeah, here's that tool I was talking about. I think I showed it to y'all the other day. Works really good. Make it a little bit easier. Kind of reaches down in there. Oh, hell, I almost had it all the way. Alright, let's spin this thing around. Nope, mine's notchy both ways. Yep. Oh well. Well, let's stick it on the back and see if that took care of this piece here. Because that had a wobble. The propeller had a wobble on it, so I'm gonna hook it up on the back and see what it looks like now. I'll get y'all in here. Well, it looks to me like there's still a little bit of a wobble in there. But it's quiet though. Let me take y'all off of here so y'all can hear it. I mean, it's nice and smooth sounding. Oh, listen. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take this out on the lake, even though I probably could, and use the Minn Kota if something was to go wrong with the Pexmore. But I'm going to wait and take this on the river. The rivers are still low right now, and I'd feel much better on the river if something was to go wrong than out on the lake. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take another amp reading when I go out, which I've got amp readings with this motor on the river previously, so I can check them and see if there is something in fact going on. But yeah, that's going to be it for now with this. Like I say, I don't know, maybe because it's a 55-pound thrust, maybe it's notchy on both ways. But Earl said his was notchy one way but smooth the other. This one's not like that. This one's notchy both ways. So I don't know. Yeah. Alrighty. So hey, sorry I had to take a break there. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do is Going to take it down the river next time and see how things work. You know, maybe this motor is supposed to be that way. I don't know. From what I've done Google, and I take Google or anything I read on the internet with a grain of salt, it shouldn't be that way. But being as that my buddy's is notchy right out the box, I don't know. So I'm kind of confused. If anybody, has had any experience with this, I did, run it ashore. I say ashore. Hit sandy bottom with it the last time, and it got tangled up in some brush and stuff, and but I never felt any vibration or anything out of it when when we were using it, to get back to the boat ramp on the river. So I don't know. Leave comments for sure. I think next time I go, I'm going to carry my amp clamp, because I think if there's something wrong with the internals, that would probably show up on my amp clamp. But I'm not an electrician, so I'm not really sure. But I'm going to carry it with me anyway. It's not a big deal. And I'm going to compare the two readings from when it was new, because when this motor was brand new, I did the amp clamp reading on it for all the speeds. So stick around for the results from that. And like I say, if you have any thoughts on this, let me know in the comments. I appreciate all y'all's help. Appreciate you watching. As always, keep on fishing.